if you want to know anything about like what goes on inside contracts sometimes, I could probably like talk about that if you want. Or like
Mm.
how to go deal with like your everyday like life and making sure like you're on top of things and whatnot whilst like being on contracts and like how to keep yourself busy.
How do you
Do all that?
keep in
Yeah.
yeah, keep busy?
So I would just say, thankfully, like I'm gonna like before it happens when you're doing the rehearsal process and shows and like what to expect. After. So before, like obviously you get your offer, and depending if you like have an agent or not, like you try to negotiate for things that you would like to have benefited for you on this contract, whether that be like you want more payment per weekly, or you want like a single room for to live in because usually they like to do double occupancy rooms. So you're usually always living with a roommate, but like if you really have negotiate, you can live by yourself in a single room, and that's always a huge plus, especially when it comes to these longer contracts, because it's like you want to live by yourself in a room. So I mean
Mm.
that's nice. Um, and just like amenities and like making sure that like all the stuff that they're providing for you is there and just whatnot. Like be like things as like linen sheets or like food, you know. And then once you have all that situated, they either fly you out depending on how far you are from them in like in the country. Like I've been flown to Illinois, Arizona. I think that's probably it because all the other times I just have to take the bus or like a train to states closer to me.
And you get out, so it's a hotel then.
No, it actually depends. So you're either living in a cast housing that they already have built or like have already rented out or bought, or you live in a hotel for that contract, or you could live in a hotel, then live in a house. Like it's a lot of different things that the company itself is like providing, but you don't know until they tell you within the contract.
I would love living in a hotel I'm getting paid for that.
Yeah. The one thing is there might be sometimes where you have to live in sponsored housing where for a period of time or indefinitely in the sense of there's like host families that support the theater and their patrons, usually older, and they host artists. It's a gamble. I wouldn't say it's the best, but if you get that,
Because
just
you have
try
to
to be
then
friendly.
like adjust to their life.
Yeah, it's a like you're also a grown adult and like sometimes
Mm.
like I definitely felt like when I had a host family in Arizona, they were kind of controlling, but like
Do
it's
they
their
look like
house, I
this?
get it. No, they definitely look a little more safer than that. I would say they're usually good for the most part, but
Okay.
eesh, no, I'm good. But it's fine. So it really doesn't matter that much, but it's okay. And then like when you're getting there, obviously, like I'm gonna talk about like once you're there now. So like the people, it's always gonna be a gamble with with the cast, right? Like you're gonna love your cast, you're gonna hate your cast, or you're just gonna be indifferent about it. Your cast may be clicky, groups of people hang out with each other all the time, and then other groups, or it's all like a camaraderie. I can't even say the damn word. Camaraderie, whatever. You know what I mean.
Camaraderie.
But camaraderie, yes, that's embarrassing. But
That's
either
okay.
way, what was I gonna say with this? There's been plenty contracts of like everyone still keeps in touch because we're good friends, or no one really talks to anybody because it was very like clicky, or it's like some people stay talk to some people still, and it's like I don't know, it's like it sometimes feels like high school and college all over again, but with like grown adults, and it's like
Yeah, that's weird.
it is very
Or
weird,
is
but
it
it's like the
really that
toxic.
weird?
It's not weird because you're living with these people until the
Yeah.
contract's up, so you grow. It's like hyper intensive of your feelings and emotions towards these people because it's not real in the sense of like you don't have to live in your own apartment and then meet these people whenever you want. You're forced to like live with these people and work with them every day for 2 months, and then you leave and don't have to see them again unless you work with another contract on with them.
And not only work with them, but like work with them acting. You're opening
Yes.
yourself.
You,
Yeah,
and you sometimes have to be really intimate on stage or like just with yourself with these people, you know?
yeah,
Like I'm not saying like have to go and like be all over them, but like I'm just saying like you still have to appreciate them and like be nice to them and like you don't need to
yeah,
hug people, but you know what I mean? It's just like you have
yeah.
to be nice.
Basic cordiality.
Yes, you have to be professional and cordial.
Yeah,
Somebody said like on TikTok once, there's like no one's like these are all your acquaintances, like they're not your friends. And if you ever you can have real relationships with these people outside of the workplace, but don't expect any friends from it, but really just try to appreciate the work and art that's being given by you and these people, you know?
yeah.
But the rehearsal process, sometimes like you can rehearse from like late in the afternoon till night, or you wake up at 10 in the morning to do it till like 6 or 8. It just depends on the schedule. And also, it also depends if you're working at like an equity house or like a non-union theater. And like that only matters, I say that because like if you're working at an equity house regionally, there's the equity members like vote on the times they want to rehearse, and I didn't know that until I went to Illinois and I did a production of Spelling Bee, and I was Chip Tolentino in the 25th Spelling Bee or whatever, and the equity members in the cast voted when to rehearse, and I guess we rehearsed from like 12 to like 6 or 8, or I don't even remember the schedule, but it was like you have to like because they are equity members and they have guaranteed rights. They get to do all they have all these benefits and you know it's fine. And
That's annoying. Like, why? Why? That I don't
I,
like that.
I don't think it's annoying. I think it's like they pay their dues to be in the union, and if you're in the union and you get protected liberties of everything that you are signed up to pay for, you should be able to respect that. And people who are non-union choose to stay non-union for numerous reasons, and nobody's better than the next person because they're equity. Equity doesn't mean you're better than anybody. It just means you have guaranteed pay and rights within a contract. So, I
Yeah,
mean, it's part of the business, you know, you sign up to do this and you're like, "Oh my goodness, like they don't have to do X, Y, and Z because they're union or like blah blah." And you're like, "Well, I'm not union. Like I understand if I was union, I wouldn't be I would be happy too." So, I mean, I also get it, but at the same time, if you're non-union, you get a lot of opportunities like non-union national tours that these equity people don't get to have because equity members can't work at non-union places and they can only accept non-union contracts, you know?
yeah. Do are people generally, at least in equity, um, like like you in the sense of they don't they don't create like this like cliquey atmosphere between the unions and the non-unions.
Oh, definitely not. That feels very like egotistical and like having like power for no reason. I mean, everyone definitely is just a normal human being, but like I will say, tend to find that there are those contracts where it just feels like the equity members are more. They feel like there's more character in there. And I don't say that to
Mm.
diss anyone who's equity. I just feel like, at least from my experience, whenever I talk to people who are like non-union, or for the most part, they're pretty like chill and like I guess it's when I talk to like these equity members sometimes, like especially if they're on the older side, they're very like they are more charactery or they have more like
Personality.
personality, and it's like a lot of personality, and you're like, whoa, okay, pal, thanks for sharing. They're very comfortable with themselves, is what I will say.
Yeah. In SAG, at least, like I know that there's a lot of like, not animosity, but like when I worked background, it was like, oh, the people who had SAG, who were SAG, and the people who were not, it was like they always talked about each other, and it was a little bit more drama field, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like at least for film, it's more like drama provoked, but like no, it's usually chill within theater contracts because I would never judge someone based on union status. I think that's really inhumane of like us. We're creating the same work, you know, like they just so happen to be a part of a union. It's not that different.
Yeah.
Like I can
And
still
after the
like
contract, oh, sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say that like anyone can do a time step or like a dance move. You don't have to be union or non-union to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like we're all
Sure.
doing the same thing. So but yeah, the rehearsal process can be rigorous sometimes and like tech and all that, but like once you get to show weeks, it's pretty good. Just also be careful about the theaters you work at because there are theaters that are very not good to work at and like they're very unsafe and unhealthy and there are actors and wet resources out there that tell you to not work at these places and you know, you should always work at a place that you want to for the first time, but like don't work at it again if it wasn't a good experience, you know? Like, there are contracts sometimes where I'm like, that theater I would love to work at. I know it's a lot of hate, but I want to get my one in because like no one can persuade me not to if I don't want to, you know?
Yeah. Wait.
But I would say after, you know, you have to transition back into the real world. It's like making
Mm,
sure you audition and like find your things to do and like it's definitely, like, a not fun feeling, like, leave being unemployed again, but it's like, you know that you got employed and there will be another time you will be employed again. It's like, that's the business, you know? You're never guaranteed to work forever in the industry that we chose, but what you can guarantee is being better at what you're doing and creating art with people that wanna create art with you.
when you close every cycle, does this happen? That do you feel after you close a show like you're saying goodbye to people and you're having to meet new people again? Like it happened to me working background a lot in acting. Like sometimes I was maybe even 2 weeks or a week, no, not even that much working with people, and then you never see them again, and it's like, oh, I really created a bond with them. Um,
Yeah. It's a really like, I'm not gonna lie. There are definitely casts out there that I was like, I really wish we could all like stay and be friends forever. But unfortunately, that's just part of the business. Like people come and go, and we're all adults, and we know we'll still like we have social media to like chat and keep on tabs with them. But like, not everyone's gonna be your friend post contract or still keep in touch with you. Those people that do though, those are the people that you need to keep in your lives because those are the real friends you have. Like there are still people that I'm friends with and keep in contact with post contract because we made ways to like hang out outside of the city. Now, obviously, be a smart person and know when someone's using you or being fake towards you, but like really invest in the people that want to invest in you because those are genuine connections you have. And down the road, what if they become famous? Like those are people that you can use in the sense of like, hey, I know you. I don't want to like leech off of you, but like, how did you get so successful?
yeah.
And that's also a thing where it's like, I really recommend, especially for people around my age on the younger side of the 20s,
Mm,
don't make friends with people just to assume that they're going to give you something, like an agent or like a connection to someone else. The worst thing I've ever experienced so far is pretending is someone me realizing that someone was my friend to like gain something from me. Like I don't want to be friends with someone that wants something from me. Like that's not a friendship. That's just you wanted to use me, you know?
has it happened a lot?
No, but like there are some times where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I feel close to this person on contract. What if I give them my agent to really solidify our bond?" Do not give your agent do not give your agent to people that you've just met like a month ago. Trust me, it doesn't that's not normal. It doesn't work out. Because I used to think,
Yeah.
"Oh, if I did this for them, they'll like me even more." That like they
Or
already like
they'll
me, you
do it
know?
for me one day.
Yeah, or the yeah, it's no, it's don't do that. Don't and if you're that person that is doing that, you're a bad person, like, stop that. Because, like, what do you mean? You know, it's like it's inhumane and it's part of the business. Like, if you can somehow get someone to like give you their agent's referral and you're signed with them and then you don't become friends with that person anymore, great. You swindled them or you did that, but like that's a horrible thing to do. And if word might get around, you know, it's just like, be a good
It
person.
it
It's
always
not so
comes
hard to be
around.
kind. Yes, people talk. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure people talk about anything, like people talk about anything. Like even if you like on a contract walk different, people will talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. And that's what I always I'm scared of, like people talking about me behind my back. That's my worst fear ever.
Yes. But I used to have a fear of that. I don't care. Like, here's the thing. I think I drilled into myself so much. You can't you can't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I've told myself, it sounds like very pessimistic, but if you just tell yourself, I don't care, you're gonna feel so much better about it because everybody talks. Like, no one's like, that's human society. Like, I know I talk about people in a good way or bad whenever I feel a certain way, but like they're not going to know that. And like if they care so much, they probably feel the same anxiety that I once did, you know?
Mm.
Like you're going into an industry where everybody talks. Art is subjective. People are going to talk about you behind your back consistently, whether it's good or bad. I honestly rather be blissfully unaware than be told by someone else something someone else is saying about me. I'd rather someone say to my face the things they're saying behind my back. Like, let's say, for example, someone's like, "Oh, he's a bad dancer." Say that to me, and so if I hear, so I don't hear it from someone else. Because if hear it from someone else, I'm going to be more pissed off than you just not telling me directly.
That hurts the worst when you hear stuff from people that you think that you created a genuine connection with, and then you
Yeah,
hear from someone else that they hate you.
yeah. I'm not gonna name names, obviously, but
Yeah.
like there's a guy that I thought was my friend during a contract, and he left before I continued to stay at the theater and do the next show, and we don't speak again. And like I'm pretty sure him and this other guy that stayed to do a show with, like they say things about me, and I don't care, you know. And
Yeah.
people need to understand, like it's just talk. You're not a casting director. You're not gonna make my job. You're not gonna get me a job. So realistically, I still win either way, you know, because I did nothing to you, and you can go complain or cry about it to your friend, and I'm never gonna have to see you again. Like, I'm not forced to be with you again.
Yeah. And also I think it comes with experience, not caring about this stuff. Like the more you
Yes.
leave the the rejection or the deception or whatever,
Yes.
the more you learn to deal with it. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to care so much starting out about everything. Like, I wanted everyone to only say positive things about me. I wanted to be perceived as, like, a good person, which obviously you still do, but, like, good in every way, you know?
Yeah,
And
good
it's like
dancer, good everything. Yeah.
you can't control what people think about you, and the more that I realized that, like, I just had to feel those hits and lows before I'm like, "Wait, this doesn't hurt anymore." It's just why even bother caring? Like, I also, like, have anxiety and I overthink a lot. You just can't care, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't let the little things eat you up when the goal is to just do your best and have fun and, you know, get jobs, you know?
Also, I think it's very easy to notice when someone's especially for actors to notice when someone's like overthinking stuff. I realize that when I'm overthinking stuff, I people can see that.
Yeah.
So
Like, just ease your mind, just let loose, have fun.